A lot of advisors looking for ways to grow both organically and inorganically. But when it comes to acquisition, are there buyers available? Joined today by James Fisher, Vance Barse, to discuss just that. Gentlemen, welcome.
Good to be here.
Thank you very much for having us.
So James, starting with you, with FP Transitions, you guys are always looking at great opportunities for deals. Are there buyers out there right now for great firms?
There absolutely are. I mean, it's still very much a seller's market. So for every opportunity that we have for a buyer or a partner firm, as I like to use that term, there's probably 50 to 150 interested parties in every firm that we have that we're working with that is looking for a partner.
So 50 to 150 opportunities out there for everyone. What do you think? I know you're always looking to acquire, you're looking to make deals. Are there great opportunities out there? A lot of people talk to us about culture and fit. What do you think?
So if there are 100 to 150 buyers, that means that I have a lot more competition than I realize, because in my experience, it's normally 40 potential buyers for every seller. And of those 40, you whittle it down to 8 truly qualified buyers that have the capital and the experience and the expertise. And then of those 8, 4 of them are ultimately, suitable to be a most appropriate fit. And then it's about fit. And in my experience, anytime I've heard it's all about fit, it's all about fit, it's all about fit, ultimately it seems to be about one thing, and that is price. But there's certainly deals that are happening right now. I think a lot of these sellers hear about these big valuations, 18 to 20 times EBITDA or gross, and they anchor a certain dollar amount in their head. And it's really important to understand, when you are going to transition into retirement and practice that which you preach to your clients for so long, that you ultimately do have the most appropriate fit for your clients.
So it's all about fit, it's all about fit, it's all about fit, but when it's all about price, James, how do you at FP Transition kind of find the common ground?
It's a really good question, and it's sometimes a struggle, but our job is to give the best consultative guidance we can to the clients that we work with. And I always try to focus people on finding that firm that's going to take great care of their stakeholders. And the stakeholder groups include the partners of the firm, the staff members of that firm, and the clients of that firm. So any partner that they choose needs to have a clear vision and take care of each of those stakeholder groups. For example, for clients, it needs to be a partner firm that's going to be additive to that relationship. It can't be a step backwards in the service that they're currently being provided. For staff members, it's got to be an opportunity that the staff members are excited about. Maybe it's a staff member in the organization that's always wanted to be an advisor. The new firm or the partner that they're choosing needs to be able to provide that employee or staff member that opportunity if that's something that they're looking forward to. And for partners of the organization, the new partner firm needs to be able to provide them with a glide path that they're excited about, whether that's a year or 5 to 10 years. So you've got to really keep the 3 stakeholders in mind when you're looking for that ideal partner firm, because if you are an acquirer out there, you shouldn't engage with a firm that you don't feel you can meet the needs of each of those stakeholder groups.
So Vance, as you're looking at acquisition, you're looking at these opportunities, how do you make sure you're the right fit? How do you make sure that, ultimately, culture-wise, it all works out and you're the chosen party?
Ultimately, we are in the business of serving human beings to solve problems that they're often not aware of. Much of the public thinks about a financial advisor in the context of portfolio management, but at our firm, we look at and have a deep understanding of tax returns, estate planning documents, all insurance policies within that estate. And we really want to make sure that from a macro view, all planning strategies for each household based on its idiosyncratic needs have been met. So when sellers approach me to evaluate whether or not we're a good fit, I always like to understand, what is their model? Do they offer financial planning? How comprehensive is that financial planning? Because I want to bring value to these human beings, but I don't want to scare a seller away. Because if a seller has done A shares, right, for 56 years, and I show up and I go, we're going to do tax planning and estate planning, that might be off-putting to that advisor, because the advisor, while wanting to bring value to the clients, doesn't want to necessarily disrupt the relationship that that advisor has had with the clients. So there's a little bit of art, a little bit of science in understanding who the advisor is culturally, who the clients are, which are typically, fully aligned with that advisor, and then evaluating, is the advisor a good fit, and ultimately, can my firm bring value to these human beings that have entrusted the seller, in many cases for decades, to serve for their dollar sign related decisions.
If I could continue, I mean, you're making a great point here. It's really important that buyers and sellers, or these partners that we're trying to find each other, view the world through the same lens. If you don't, you're going to run into a struggle trying to integrate your two firms. And it ultimately does always come down to fit. I mean, if you're a firm that is focused on planning and more of a passive investment strategy, an active firm probably isn't the right fit for you. You're just not aligned from an investment philosophy. And that's only one of the many different criteria you need to look at from a fit perspective. So, your point is well taken.
Oh, and on that, it's really interesting. So 5 years ago, I acquired and served as the suitor for a small commission-based practice. This advisor had only done commission-based business for years. Well, I dropped all my FINRA licenses, and I'm fully I can't make commissions on investments, right? I dropped my Series 7, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm an investment advisor representative with a corporate RIA, largely for scalability and so forth. So in any event, everyone told me, you should not enter this deal. He's all commission-based, you're fee-based. All the clients are spread throughout the country. You're in San Diego. He changed broker dealers within the last year, and he's going to have to do that again. And everyone said that, literally, there's no way that this can work. But I knew, after talking with him and his wife, what they wanted to achieve. I understood who the clients were, and I thought, at the time, the DOL rule, the original iteration, was about to be implemented, and he went, I have to do this for my clients. It's going to go fee-based. He didn't do any fee-based advising on assets or any financial planning. So it was an interesting opportunity to take two different business models and the odds stacked against us and bring the two together, and it worked seamlessly because we did it slowly, we did it with tact, and we slowly implemented the various and sundry financial planning strategies, and it worked out great.
It's awesome. James, Vance, some great insights. I think this is amazing. And, sometimes about fit, sometimes price, but at the end of the day, it's about getting the right people together. Thank you both so much. Hey, for Vintage TV, I'm Matt Ackerman.